What is up guys, MKBHD here, and welcome to episode number 2 of YouTube Gear. So the playlist where we talk about the gear used to make YouTube videos. And this exact piece of gear right here, this particular piece of equipment, is I think one of the most underrated things that I use. I looked it up, I bought this in 2013, so I've been using it for like 3 years constantly, and I don't think I've ever talked about it on video. So this is a slider, as you could probably tell, and it's called the iFootage Shark Slider S1. And I'll leave a link to this exact one right below that like button if you want to check it out. There are plenty of other sliders that you could buy, especially for the price or with other features, but this is the one that I've been using that I really like. Now a slider, for those of you less familiar, is something that you can put your camera on and get the camera moving on a pretty even, smooth track. If you were to move the camera handheld by yourself, it would be a little more wobbly, so this is a way to add motion to make videos a little more interesting without all that shake you typically have with handheld stuff. So there's a bunch of different types of sliders you can get that all have different advantages and disadvantages, different sets of features. This particular kind has a bunch of neat features that make it, I guess, ideal for what I like to do. There's metal sliders, there's sliders that are rolling on wheels, there's sliders that are motorized. This one doesn't have any motor attached, but this was a belt-driven slider. So if I unlock the slider, you can see it moves along the carbon fiber rails pretty smoothly and comes to a stop without me touching it. So it's inertia-driven, and then it's on this belt system, which means I can kind of be like a DJ over here and not even touch or hold the camera, but I can move the slider. Now another thing I should mention, I don't usually put the camera directly on the slider. I put a video head on the slider and then control the camera on the video head. So this is a Manfrotto 502 HD video head. And once the camera's on the video head, I can sort of move the camera around and get tracking shots and sort of revolve around it like that. That all comes from just me getting good at using this slider. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna cut together a little montage of a bunch of clips in the past like 2 or 3 years that have all come from this slider, and you can see how moving the camera makes for a much more interesting shot than just a still shot. You can imagine just a still frame of the front of something versus a little bit of rotating, a little bit of movement, a little bit of action. That sort of reveal stuff can be fun for motion graphics or just fun for looking cool. So this has all happened as a result of this exact slider. So there you have it. Again, even if you don't get this exact slider, if you get one that's half the cost or double the cost or whatever it is, the idea is that you're moving the camera. On a tripod, you can only do so much with your panning and your tilting, to the point where we get creative and like move the tripod around to get moving shots. But this type of equipment, this slider, is a piece of YouTube gear that can really open up and take it to the next level and make some much more interesting stuff. Now, as I've promised that we will do with every piece of tech I feature in YouTube Gear, I will be giving away one of these, this exact Shark Slider setup, on Twitter within the next 24 hours of when this video is published. So feel free to follow me on Twitter if you haven't already to be able to get in on that. And yeah, let me know what other kinds of gear you want to see featured on YouTube Gear. Episode 1 was a microphone that I've used. Episode 2 is a slider. You can tell that there's a lot of gear going into making videos, and whether or not you get into the gear that makes it, obviously the videos you make themselves are the most important part. But it helps to have some dope gear to be able to make that happen. So let me know what you guys want to see. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.